Why?
Is this head going to bother you? Is it going to make you laugh?
No. We got 1 hour with this guy. Let's make it count. Let's make it.
I know, because I got to train if I.
Yeah, and
makes me think you're like the fourth Mario brother or something.
God damn it!
Please, we're missing gold.
What is this?
We're missing gold.
Like
Luigi
or something?
Big Mario brother.
Like Luigi or something?
He's calling him Papa
Yeah.
Smurf. We're missing gold. Roll the tape.
Why can't be Mario though?
Because it's a blue hat. Mario wears a red hat.
Okay. I'll let you off with that.
Wow, Beneil knows his stuff.
Yeah, you used to play Mario Bros. When you was a kid?
Yeah, everybody played that.
But how old are you now? 50?
You're missing all the good content.
I thought we was
Are we rolling?
Are we not?
Beneil called him Papa Smurf on camera. Did we get that?
Oh, shit.
Did we get that or no? We got it? All right, let's go. We're rolling. What's wrong?
You going to let us in? Hurry up, because I got something to say to him.
All right, listen, hey, Bear DeGidio, we are back with another exclusive JAXXON podcast. We are celebrating 100,000 subscribers. We can't thank you guys enough. I'm sitting here with Luke Wood and Luke Rockhold and Rampage Jackson.
Damn right.
and shout out to BioAccelerator for the amazing stem cells. Rampage looks like a model again. Unbelievable. Looks like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I hope so.
Oh my God. See, that's the stuff. That's why you and Luke get along at nighttime. You guys be doing that weird stuff.
Wow.
But we got a legend in the house.
Appreciate it.
Beneil
Dariush.
Yeah,
Beneil
that's right.
Dariush.
Whoa.
What?
How you pronounce your last name?
Dariush.
Dariush. You see, y'all said it wrong. I'm saying it right. Dariush.
No.
Who said your name right?
You guys all did, actually.
Beneil Dariush.
The first, my first name, you said well. You're the only one.
What kind of name is that?
It's Aramaic.
Aramaic?
Yeah.
The first language spoken by Jesus.
One of the first languages.
For real? Yeah. You still speak that language?
I speak it, yeah.
Wow, you could talk to Jesus.
Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Beneil looks straight holy. He does.
I don't know about that.
He looks like a holy man.
No, I don't know about that.
He looked like he about 60 with all that gray hair. What's going on over here?
Well,
Jesus, he's our guest.
I got married like 4 years ago. And I just started, it just doubled. Every year they doubled.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
You 34 with all that gray.
With all that gray.
He's all that hair though. Hey, all that hair.
All that hair.
Hey, off air, he called me, I look like Luigi. So
who's Luigi?
Luigi.
I said Ruigi. Because like Rampage, like you take Mario and Luigi and then you add Rampage. So I thought Luigi.
That
that's pretty smart. Because when you walked in, he goes, "Oh, here comes Papa Smurf." I go, "Oh man, here we go again."
Yeah. So
I'm wearing
I'm
blue today.
Yeah.
you look good.
What's with the hat? Explain it to me.
I like his hat.
No, it's a great hat. What's BioAccelerator?
Oh, BioAccelerator, they the best stem cell place in the world. You go to Colombia.
Oh.
And you go to the mall.
All the way to Colombia.
All the way to Colombia. It's not that far. It's not that far from Miami.
It's not that far. I've stopped there before.
Yeah. You go to the mall and they have like this nice state-of-the-art facility, and you go there and you come out a brand new person. They heal me up, and I'm going once a year for the rest of my life now.
So I've done stem cells for my knees. I tear my MCL for whatever reason really easy, and felt pretty good in a couple of days. What is this, like your whole body kind of deal?
Yeah, you can do it for your knees and everything. But where did you go last time?
I did it here.
It's not.
No, it's
not
not the
The
same.
same. There's different.
Yeah.
Like regulations. They're able to use so much more stem cells, and it's kind of just some formalities here that the government employs. So
It's next level.
I see. I mean, I'd have to look into it. Some stem cells I won't use, but if they're legit, I would definitely.
Yeah, they're very
consider it.
legit. And if I'm saying the right thing, I think it's karma-free stem cells.
What does that mean?
It means like they basically they get it like without like they get it like help, they get it like without embryos dying and all that different stuff.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
that's exactly what I mean. Like
yeah.
if it comes from an embryo or whatever, like fetuses.
No,
I'm out, bro.
No.
Like
no.
I rather you just take it from me because you
Right,
can take stem cells from like your hip or whatever from your
Yeah,
bones, which work decent.
That's what they told me. They all about helping people out and doing things the right way. I call it karma free, but I'm sure they told me the legit way to say it.
Yeah,
but
dope.
That's
I'm
what
a fan,
that's
if
what I
that's
was
the
worried
case.
about.
Yeah.
They
take it from the umbilical cord. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the root of
Yeah.
life. Really, is what
Yeah.
they do. And so they have an agreement. They have allotment of women, and they test them. They do all the things, and so they get these the perfect.
Typically, you
the
just
best.
you toss the umbilical cord like Luke said, but in this case, they're like, "Hey, we'll buy it off you," kind
Exactly.
of deal.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
cool. That works.
Yeah.
Supplying
At least
the locals.
at least you're getting healthy and you're taking, good care of your body. I'm glad to see you back in shape. That's the best part to me. Seeing you in shape gets me excited.
Yeah.
Not like Luke. It gets Luke a little too excited, but seeing you in
shape too.
Wait,
I like seeing you.
Why
Thank
you
you,
got?
brother.
Why,
Thank you,
Did
brother.
Luke get sponsored by Cialis or something? You keep calling him Luke Wood. What's that about?
Luke Wood? Yeah, where did that come from?
I mean,
Where did Luke Wood come from?
Okay.
Can we say on air?
can we say?
Yeah, say it.
Okay, Luke is thinking about retiring and going into OnlyFans.
Okay.
Cap. Hey,
Cap. Time out. Luke Wood came because Luke and Rampage, after UFC 298, went to downtown Koreatown. They went to a karaoke bar, and apparently Luke went into one of the rooms and didn't come out for like 6 hours. And Rampage called him Luke Wood, and you can imagine what happened.
Cap.
No cap.
Okay.
So
Definitely
wondering.
cap. Yeah,
Okay,
I walked out, high stepped over Rampage, sleeping face down on his girl's lap.
He's gonna play you like that?
Oh, you're gonna play me?
all the way home.
Listen, we have a very special guest in the house, Beneil. Thank you for coming. Emergency podcast. We needed you on here. He hit me up. I said, yo, just come now. You know us. We don't schedule.
Appreciate it.
We're just on site. He said, when did we schedule this? I said, today. He said, all right. So
right. You
I want
guys
to say
text
thank
me?
you for coming.
Yeah, my pleasure, man. I'm a big fan of Rampage. At first, you guys, Ali mentioned this, and he wrote Jackson with 3 X's. I was like, bro, what are you trying to get me into right now? I was a little like, I don't know about this. He's like, no, I'm talking about Rampage. I was like, oh, crap. Big fan, obviously. Watched all your fights. For the longest time, it was a whole Pride UFC thing, and I didn't get to watch as much Pride live, but I would watch UFC, and then people would talk about you. They would talk about all these guys like Shogun. And you would go and I would go watch them, and then you finally moved into the UFC, and you who was the guy you fought first before you
Marvin
fought
Eastman.
Marvin Eastman. You fought him, and then from there you went on to fight Chuck, and that was epic.
Yeah, I didn't have that long of a run in the UFC as I wanted to, though. When I think back about it, it's like it just threw me right in there. The reason why I fought Marvin Eastman first, because the UFC bought my contract from WFA. I didn't really want to go to the UFC because Tito was like still running things over there. I knew they were going to try to put us against each other. But Marvin Eastman is the first guy to ever beat me. And
That's right.
It was a last minute fight.
So, cool.
I wanted that one back.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, you get older, and even though you came to the UFC, it's just harder to fight more when you're older.
Yeah.
You can't take as many fights. My first year and a half in the UFC, I think I had 7 fights.
Wow.
It was something like that, and then you just start slowing down, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're
But
not that old, dog. I was like, what are you talking
just
about? You're
look
only
old.
34.
Yeah, I look old for sure, but like I'm 34, but like it's different. When I was in my 20s, I'd cut weight, I'd fight, and I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm barely overweight. I can go fight again. Now I cut weight, make weight, go fight, and then all of a sudden I'm like 30 pounds over. It's like, what the hell happened? The weight is the biggest problem, and the whole hormones get messed up, and you got to recover. So it's a process now to go back every time, but.
It could be mental, bro, because I'm telling you, you're not even at your prime yet. You got one more year before you hit 35. Then after 35, you kind of like go like this. Then things start going down. So you right there. You still good.
Strength wise,
It's true though.
No,
I think it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean,
For athletes?
I think to a certain extent, a lot of us do hit our prime later, but like everyone's different.
Look at him. He got gray hair at 34.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
strength.
You got to move
that's
past
my
the hair.
whole point.
You got to move past the hair.
Why?
Yeah, because don't make me start.
Is it hereditary?
I think so. I had gray hairs when I was like 15. So I think
Can I dye your hair afterwards?
my wife would love that, but no, that's gonna be.
Do you dye your hair?
What?
You dye your beard?
I dye my beard.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is where I get my gray hair right here. And I hate, but you know which one I hate? I got one that comes right in the middle. And if you look at it the wrong light, it looks like snot.
Man, I got gray hairs coming out of my nose. I got them everywhere. Let's just put it that way. So you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Yeah,
I get it.
I had a cousin that he went gray in high school.
Yeah. So that was me. Yeah. And then your beard, you had a couple, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna I got to color this.
Yeah, I don't want to grow up.
Well, I'm glad you found the beard dye oil at CVS and you're able to put your look together weekly. And it's exciting because as you get in shape and you get your beard back together, it's going to be a good look as you go to fight Shannon Briggs.
Wait.
Yeah.
Before you move on, are we really clowning people's facial hair?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you've been clowning the guy since he walked in here.
No, I like it though. It looks
So
cool.
do I. I like it. I think
Yeah.
he looks like James Bond.
No, he look like Doctor Strange. I like that.
I'll take James Bond.
Oh, okay.
Doctor Strange is a little.
Strange.
He looks cool.
He's a little soft.
Bro,
Oh,
he's
my
soft.
bad.
He has no good powers.
He got good powers. I like Doctor Strange because he's funny.
He is funny.
And then there's Pee Wee Herman.
There's who?
Oh,
You don't like Doctor
You
Strange?
don't remember that?
I like Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I don't know.
James Bond,
Yeah, James
James Bond is
cooler.
just a lot cooler.
One thing I want to know, in 2007, you got your black belt.
Yeah.
Okay, and you did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Says in 5 years you got your black belt. It's pretty quick.
Yeah.
Can you run me through how that even happened?
So I started training when I was 18. I discovered jujitsu and just jumped in, started training. I was doing like one a days, and then I competed. Like when you compete, that was like a drug for me. So I competed, and I did well in the tournament. And then after that, it was like 2 a days, and then just competition and competition. I would have like 20 competitions a year, maybe more. And every year when the so-called mundials would show up, white through brown belt, they don't really count the same as black belt, but I was able to win them. I either got first place or second. In Nogi, I got first place every year. So they were just like, all right, since you won your belt, you got to get...
They count.
Yeah.
Hey, they count. I got a couple in 2007. They count.
Hey. It's not about you. It's about him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just verifying.
I appreciate it,
his
bro.
thoughts on that.
Yeah.
Thanks for throwing in your accolades.
I think there might be harder.
Thank you.
There's
Continue.
more. There's more people in the division. It's interesting.
When I was it might have been like 2008, like it was in the blue belt division. There was like 100 and something people in my division. So I
You beat 'em
remember
all.
I remember that was like, this is insane. So that was 7 fights to get first place. So that was legit. Pan Am's was 7 fights, and the same thing in at the Worlds, or I think they're called Pan Am's.
Did you submit them all?
Nah, I wish. At the Pans, I submitted almost everybody, but at the Worlds, guys get better, and they start learning your game. Like you win one tournament, people are like, "Oh, okay, this guy does this," and then they start figuring it out, and you make adjustments based on that. And there wasn't a lot of recording of matches. So it wasn't like I can study other people. So I could really get to know who they were if they won. So if they win, I can pay attention to them. But if they don't win, and all of a sudden I'm facing brand new guys from Brazil I never knew about. And so it got trickier as I went along.
As we look at the career, the landscape, you had an amazing 8-fight win streak. I mean, a phenomenal record. And you were just dominating people, pretty dominant on the ground. Striking's insane. I mean, we went through some of the fights. Me and Luke were looking at it. What happened? What was different in the training, or what do you think in terms of strategy or game plan these last 2 fights that you've kind of haven't been able to really figure it out?
Man, it sucks, but I don't know. I feel like strength-wise, I feel the best I've ever felt. Speed's good, everything's on point. With the Charles fight, I was just like, man, I was just off. I felt really off that fight. And then this last fight, I felt great, and then I still lost. So it's one of those things I'm just trying to figure out. And I've been as honest as I can be about it. Man, maybe I don't have it. Something clicked, and I lost it. But my goal is to find out. Fortunately for me, and also unfortunately, I've been here before. I had a 6-fight win streak before, and then I lost one. I had a draw and lost another one. And then I went on this 8-fight win streak. So I've been here before. God redeemed me before, and I believe he'll do it again.
Yeah. Like we lose, and sometimes we question ourselves, so like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes, just MMA, right?
Yeah.
You can't win we're not all John Jones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like one of those things. But what I kind of like preach a lot is that I think sometimes we need warm-up fights, but people don't want to believe in that. But we've said that you can do a warm-up fight in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You don't believe in warm-up fights?
What do you mean by warm-up fights?
Okay, so when I used to fight in Pride, right? If we come off an injury or we come off a bad loss, sometimes Pride would let you get a warm-up fight. Like you would fight like a Japanese guy, or there was a pro. Hold on, tell me, why you laughing?
I'm just saying, man.
Why you laughing?
I don't know how does that a warm up for this? I mean, it was a Japanese-based company.
Yeah, but we fought out. Well, we fought people.
Guys were Japanese, right?
Yeah, we fought people all over the world, though.
Yeah.
But sometimes, okay,
Like
one time.
local, you're just saying like a local guy that can
No. It'd be like Japanese pro wrestlers because there it was more based off entertainment.
Yeah.
But from one of my warm up fights, I fought one of Fedor's teammates. I fucked his ass up.
Was that a warm-up fight?
It was a warm-up fight
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
I fucked his ass up.
Yeah,
so
so
sometimes it's for your psyche. You need warm-up fights, and if you don't believe in that type of stuff, do it in the gym. Pay somebody that you don't know, get in shape.
And I like that.
And fight them.
So the only issue is with the UFC, since I'm ranked, it gets really tricky. Honestly, as cool as it is being ranked, it also kind of sucks because you don't get to fight as much as you want. You don't get to fight when you want. Because when I would be like, oh, I want to fight, with the Charles fight, I was hoping to fight in like February, same time as when Makhachev fought, or March, And I even offered to fight different guys. They're like, no, we want you to fight him. And then they made me wait to, I think it was April. They said April, then they said May, and then June finally happened. So it's kind of like one of those things. So I don't got the rankings, really cool, but I don't really love being ranked. I prefer it like before because then it's a lot easier to fight.
Basically, that's what Rampage is saying, a warm-up fight. You fought back-to-back. You fought Charles Oliveira and then Arman. I mean, two very tough fights. And you can't really deal with that. With the Arman fight, he came so quick and anything can happen. A warm-up fight, who would you like to see next? I mean, I think you, rather than accepting what they give you, I think you should ask. I mean, that's
they won't give him one, but this is a dream scenario.
Yeah.
You've
Like
done,
there's,
you've
I
done
don't
your work for him.
I don't know if there's any warm-up fights for me, to be honest. In our division, it's a pretty good division. Two guys that have called me out, one is Dan Hooker and the other one is Moicano. I think they're both pretty good fighters. If it was up to me, I'd fight somebody as highly ranked as possible. I enjoy fighting, and I want to fight the best guys.
I'll take the second guy because I don't like hookers.
Okay, so I should fight Hooker if you don't like him then.
Okay, then fight.
You know what I mean?
Right, you're right. Though.
Yeah,
you got a point. Touche.
Yeah, I'm okay with whatever they give me at this point, but yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do.
Who do you feel you match up better with?
Moicano's similar to me. He can grapple, he can strike, and I think I just do everything better than him. And then Hooker, he's really just focused on striking, and it's a very defensive style of striking. So I think stylistically, I'm a worse matchup for Hooker, but at the same time, fight's a fight. Anybody can win, and if I show up, I think I crush either guy.
Yeah. You got caught a couple times recently. I mean, how are you in the gym? You exchanging well? You feel good in there in the pocket? Everything, nothing's changed
right now. All I'm doing is grappling and mitts. I haven't sparred yet, so I don't know. They put me on some protocols to keep me healthy. They had me go doing the hyperbaric a lot. I'm ton of grappling and hitting mitts, and that's it.
Yeah. As we look at UFC 300, Charles and Arman are obviously going to fight each other.
Yeah.
Two of your opponents. What do you think happens in that fight? Who do you think wins it?
I'm leaning towards Arman because it's a 3-round fight, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's a 3-round fight, I think Arman. I think he's gonna win the early rounds, and then I don't know if Charles wins, it'll be more later on. That's how I feel.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, we look at the landscape of that division. And we were talking about that earlier too. It's so stacked. Yeah. Such a heavy division with so much talent.
Yeah, it's such a fun division.
Yeah. Do you feel that way? Do you feel like it's the most stacked division in the UFC?
I was talking to DC about this. He said 135, and at first I was like, "Get out of here, bro! What are you talking about? Look at my division. Look at the names in my division." But then I looked at it again. 135 is also very stacked, especially with Cejudo coming back and Merab looking so good. You can make a case for those two divisions. I think those are where it's at.
You think Cejudo is going to stick around?
He said so. He said he doesn't want to end it like that, right? And bro, I get it. I heard he didn't have a great camp. I heard, injury plagued him, and so he wants to show the world that like that's not his best, which is fine.
Yeah. Would you go and train with him?
Yeah. I mean, I think he taught once at Kings, and it was a great class. I would definitely, if I had the opportunity, I would train with him. I think he's a smart guy. He puts the whole cringe thing on. But when you speak with him, he's very intelligent and he knows how to show you stuff. So,
right. I think he understands the sport of MMA very well.
Yeah. Because sometimes fighters aren't the best coaches. And I always, people always want to learn from like the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah and no.
I'm going to keep it a buck. I suck at coaching. I would never coach nobody.
Yeah. So everybody's different too, I was terrible at coaching until maybe the last couple of years. And the thing that changed, I went from being I had this mentality of my favorite thing to do when I compete is to break people. Just push them, push them, push them. Sometimes they're even better than me. But if I just keep pushing and you know, they start to like, you start to get even with them, and then you start to get a little ahead, and then they just crumble and give up. That was my favorite feeling, is just knowing this guy just gave up, right? I do love that. I know Luke knows what I'm talking about.
Are we talking about coaching, or are we talking about fighting right now?
Fighting, right?
Yeah, no, exactly.
So I love that. But then recently, I got more into problem solving. I started enjoying the process of problem solving in jiu-jitsu and wrestling as well. So I've gone more into coaching as far as teaching goes, but I can tell you for sure a lot of grapplers, they just don't make good coaches because they don't even know what they're doing half the time.
It's a different mix-up.
Yeah.
Speaking of that and the pressure and the breaking a guy, there's a guy that's out there, is the Frenchman, Benoit. Yeah. He's coming against a guy that's probably going to have to be a problem solver, which is Dustin Poirier.
Yeah.
This dude's vicious, man. I've seen a couple of fights when he came right out of the gate. He just goes for it. But he's well versed and everywhere. So I'm excited to see it.
For a minute, they called me to fight him.
Who?
Because you know Dustin.
How'd you feel about that? You're like, do you like that? That's like the new.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of said, hey, listen, I'm kind of banged up, but give me a minute. I'll get back to you. Before I got a chance to get back, Dustin said, oh, he was back on. So, but I was genuinely considering it because, bro, he's a fun fight. Yeah. The way he fights, it's exciting, and you know, I don't have to think too much. Just go fight.
It's not a bad fight for you, honestly, because you could solve that puzzle, but you'd be ready to solve that puzzle.
Right, you got to be in shape. He
bangs. You know, the one thing he does sometimes he gets in it, like he can strategically fight, but you can see he's got that wolf in him, and he wants to bang. He puts his head down and.
Vanderlei, I remember I sparred with Vanderlei one time before he was fighting Kung Lee, and I thought to myself, I'm not going to brawl with this guy, you know, because if I brawl with him, it's going to suck. I start moving around, and I'm throwing these little taekwondo kicks because I didn't know how to really strike back then, and I'm just trying to keep my distance and trying whatever. Within 3 minutes, I was just doing this with him. He was doing that. And he just has a way to get you doing that. I don't know what it is. I don't know how he draws you into it, but he does. And I get that same feeling from Benoit.
So tell me about sparring with Vanderlei, though. I'm very interested in that.
Did he clinch you?
He beat me up, obviously. He was
way smaller than him, though.
Well, I mean, this was more than 10 years ago as well. It was my first time sparring with him. And Rafael is just like, you know, Coach Rafael is just like, go help him, you know, just throw some kicks and spin a little bit. And I was like, okay, it's Vanderlei, you know, big fan of him. I go out there and I try my best, but I just remember at the end of it, we're just like swinging like crazy. Yeah, and I'm getting whooped. And like not like maybe a few weeks before that, I saw him like rock of Fabricio Verdum, and I'm like, bro, how did I, get myself into this situation? But
yeah, I heard those guys, like, they sparred really hard and knocking each other out. And that's why Ninja's career got cut short. That's the rumor I heard.
Yeah. I will say we've gotten a lot better in terms of sparring. We only have 1 day of a hard sparring right now. And even that, it's with small gloves. And, you can't go crazy with small gloves.
Wait. You guys doing hard sparring with MMA gloves?
So that's what I'm saying. You can't go super hard with it. It has to be more controlled. Before, with the big gloves, we would do like really hard sparring. And then some days it would be like 6 rounds. Some days it'd be like 10 rounds. You never know when it's going to.
Have you seen some of those guys get knocked out in sparring?
With the small gloves, no.
Oh, you can't talk about it?
No, with the big gloves, oh yeah, it happens all the time.
For real?
Yeah,
you get a full throw, right?
Yeah,
it
was.
I'm talking about some of the big name guys. You seen them get knocked out?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Lyoto caught me with a back fist, and
you got knocked out.
I was like, I was wobbly. I didn't get completely knocked out.
You wasn't unconscious.
No, but I was wobbly. I was like, damn, Lyoto really got me this time, and I was all over him too, and that's what pissed me off. I was doing decent for once because he's really tricky to fight.
Yeah, I know. I had a crazy fight with him.
Yeah,
crazy training camp. I hated that training camp.
Yeah, it's so frustrating to fight him. I know Luke's like, I solved that puzzle, but you know what I mean? I struggled with him, and then the day I was doing well, he pulls off this weird back fist where he like stepped all the way across and came in with a back fist and caught me.
Did he feel bad? Did he help you up and stuff?
Yeah,
like
he
that?
did. I mean,
did he offer you a refreshing drink afterwards?
Are you just trying to do stand up with him, or I would imagine you might be better than him on the ground.
What? Why you laughing? I asked you that question though.
I didn't accept any drinks from him.
You need
but-
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, did that shift around the King's camp? His secret lemonade.
let's just say some of the guys.
Some of the guys did.
We're not sure what the heck's going on there. Let's just put it that way. I remember when Giga found out, he's like, "There's no way." Because Giga's a karate guy.
Yeah.
And so when Giga found out, he's like, no, this can't be true. This has got to be like some kind of like
Publicity,
hoax.
hoax,
Yeah,
yeah.
public
That's
publicity
probably what
thing.
it is.
Maybe, but like no one was hit as hard as Giga was hit about that. I don't know why, but Giga's just like, this can't be true. And he was just freaked out over it.
Like, you never seen him do that. Though.
No, I've never seen him obviously do it, but like it felt like you're crushing like a little kid's dreams when it comes to Giga. Like, this can't be true. He literally spent 30 minutes just repeating himself. So, but yeah, as far as Lyoto goes, I had more success grappling, but we have days where we spar where the focus is a lot more on grappling, and then days we spar where the focus is a lot more on striking. And so I was trying, and unfortunately, it didn't work out for me.
Has Shogun or Vanderlei ever knocked you out?
No. Well, the day with Vanderlei, that was I wasn't knocked out, but I definitely got cracked a few times, and I was just like, this is life and death. My first time sparring with Fabricio, it was grappling.
Wait, you got Rafael Cordero running the shit. He just lets you guys all intermix and train with each other.
Well,
like this?
it was a grappling. So we were grappling. My first day, I must have been like 20. We're grappling, and I just won the purple belt worlds in no-gi at my weight in absolute. And Master Rafael was like, all right, guys, go grapple and with light punches. I was like, all right. So he pulls guard. Well. He pulls guard. I'm like, great. I get on top and I get a little, like my little cheap shots in, and then I go for an arm bar from half guard, like a spinning arm bar from half guard, and he rolls over and comes on top. I was like, all right, whatever. The next 3 minutes, I'm just defending him from passing and avoiding getting punched in the face, and there's maybe like 30 seconds left, and all of a sudden I see his face and he's pissed. He starts raining down punches.
Why is he pissed though?
He couldn't pass. Not being able to pass a little kid's guard, probably pissed him off. I mean, we talked about it after too, but he starts like raining down punches, and I'm just like doing my best, but he ends up passing, getting to mount, and then he tries to armbar me. Now I get on top, and right before the time runs out, I just try to get one punch in.
Did you get in?
I don't know.
Wait.
Here's why I don't know. Let me tell you what happened. So he hit me in the back of the ear. After the practice was over, I had what is it? Vertigo?
Yeah.
So
dizzy.
That was like one of the worst.
How long you had it for though?
It was like a couple of days. My doctor was like, listen, lay on your side and then just get up. Every time you get up, your body will naturally adjust. So that's what I was doing for the next 3 days.
You ever had vertigo? It's hell. You ever had it before?
I wouldn't say I've actually had vertigo, no.
I had it one time.
Some bad
I had it one time
shots.
when I was a kid, but it wasn't from fighting. It was
infection.
No, I smoked some weed from a dude. From a dude. That a dude. I moved to
You
a
sure
new.
it was weed?
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know.
Are you sure it was a dude?
I moved from another neighborhood into like a better neighborhood, and I was walking down the street, and the dude remembered me from the old neighborhood. I was a man in my neighborhood, my old neighborhood. No
How
cap,
old were you?
No cap.
We talking about Memphis, right?
Memphis. At this time, I was like 16, 17.
Okay.
Because before I started, because when I started wrestling, I quit smoking weed. This was actually one of the last times I smoked weed as a kid.
Yeah.
He gave me some joints that he already had, those thin joints. I mean, he was working. He was a mechanic. He remembered me, and I ain't known about his neighborhood. I just moved here.
Yeah.
I said, "Hey, you got some of that weed?" He said, "Yeah." He gave me some weed that was already rolled up, and I smoked this shit. I had vertigo for 2 weeks.
Oh dang,
That was a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time.
I thought I was never going to be the same no more. Yeah. And I quit smoking weed. I said, what I did was I never smoked pre-rolled shit ever again.
Vertigo or paranoia?
Yeah.
No. It was like when you dizzy and you stand up and everything moves.
Every time I stood up, the whole room would spin.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
And my mom said I had vertigo, but my mom was like a hater. She didn't even take me to the hospital.
Yeah,
I just had to lay in my room.
Yeah, you just lay down and get up, and it actually your brain adjusts.
Yeah.
So that was all you had to do.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It just went away.
Yeah, it just went away for me it was swelling in the back of the ear or in the ear itself, which caused it. And then as the swelling goes away, your brain will adjust, but adjust faster with the proper movements. And it realizes, oh, crap, this isn't normal. So it makes adjustments.
But that's why he's such a good fighter, because you see the guys that he's training with bigger guys. And that's why he's so good, man.
It's true. What was the energy like when Giga got hurt going into that fight?
Which fight? This
last fight.
Okay, so he was supposed to fight. Why am I forgetting his name right now? But he just fought Edson Barbosa. Dang, I'm forgetting his name. Anyways, and then he was after that he was supposed to fight the man from Alpha Male. Who's the guy from Alpha Male I'm thinking of? This is awful
What's his name?
Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett. Yeah,
Emmett Till?
No, Josh Emmett. And Josh Emmett?
Josh Emmett, yeah.
Bro, Josh is good. He's a power puncher. He's short, but he uses his size well. He's hard to find. You know, he's got really good rolls, and he can change bases as he throws hooks. So Giga's trying to get ready for him, and then I remember Giga hurt his hand, and he kind of starts pushing through it. And then the hand turned into a rib. And then the rib turned into a tear, I think, in his groin. And I was like, Giga, like sometimes it's just not meant to be, you know? And he tried to fight for as long as he could. And then he finally one day he's like, bro, I can barely walk into practice. And I think he was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember him telling us about his groin.
Yeah.
He said it was like a freak accident. I thought he didn't warm up. He said, yeah, he was warm. And what did he do? Threw a kick and maybe he's just training real hard. Sometimes you just need a rest and your body just break down. What do you think?
Giga is one of the hardest guys who trains the hardest I know. But the problem with Giga is he'll be training once or twice a day out of camp, which is good, which I think is the way you should do it. And then once camp starts, he jumps to 3, 4, 5 times. I was like, bro, you're cutting weight. You know, less nutrition, you got less fat on you, you're more likely to get injured. You know, why don't you dial in your practices and do 1 or 2? And he stresses about a lot of things. He's just like every fighter, you know.
Tell Giga Rampage said it is a such thing as overtraining.
Yeah, we're learning. It's true.
What's so funny?
Cap.
It's no such thing as overtraining.
No, there is. Just the way he said it is funny.
Why?
Well,
why they always making fun of me?
No, you're right. You're right. It's the hat and the way you said it. It's like Uncle Rampage. Like
they don't like your Luigi hat.
It's the hat.
That's fucked up. I said nice things about you.
Hey,
well, he called you a Smurf.
I did not. Don't say that. I'm repeating what you told me when you walked away. Listen,
I was talking about Mario. You called him a Smurf.
You called me Papa Smurf.
Like he did. Like, don't put that evil on me.
I would never call you Papa Smurf.
I would never do that. See, he did it again.
If anyone wasn't Papa, here's me. I got
he looked like
Gargamel. That's close, actually. I like that.
At Kings, what's the relationship with the sparring partners in the team? Like, are you guys all one?
Yeah,
it's all close-knit team?
It's all one team, and not too many guys from outside typically come in. And if they do, you know, they'll stay a while. It's not like they'll show up one practice and then disappear. Typically, guys show up and they stay a while. And there's 2 Kings right now. There's Kings in Huntington Beach, where Rafael runs the show, and then there's one in Anaheim where that's my gym. I don't really teach much, but that's my gym.
You're a gym owner?
Yeah, I'm a gym owner. We're actually expanding this year. We have
open more gyms.
We got a tiny one right now. It's at 2,500 square feet, and we're moving to 10,000. So
that's good, man.
Yeah,
congratulations, man.
Yeah.
We need more gyms to take out the UFC gyms. I'm sorry, but I hate the UFC gyms. I'm sorry.
But to be honest with you, UFC gyms are good for MMA gyms because people will go to a UFC gym. They go to a UFC gym. They're like, bro, I'm not learning MMA here. There's like cardio kickboxing. There's some like fitness classes, and
so then they come to the other.
They're
gym?
like, I want to go to a real MMA gym.
So you think it's good to open up a gym next to the UFC gym? Because they closed my gym down. They opened up between me and Mark Munoz years ago, and they stole my employees, and then they had my employees give them my client, the members list.
Where was this at?
This was in Lake Forest. Yeah, Lagoon. You remember that?
I used to go there.
Yeah.
Are they still there? The UFC gym?
I don't know. I moved from out there.
He had a pretty sick gym.
He had a big ass gym.
Rain, right?
No, that was Mark Munoz.
Yeah, that's why you said
mine was called Rampage Family Fitness. I wanted a family gym, because when I came here to
it's called Rampage Family Fitness.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't aware.
It was big.
It sounds fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was big.
I thought you were making fun of me.
No, I like it.
The reason why I wanted that gym because when you go to one of these gyms, the MMA gyms, you meet people and then you become like a family.
Yeah.
And that's why I wanted that family feel because when I moved here to California, I trained at Fabiano Iha's gym.
Okay.
That was my first jiu-jitsu mestre. And we all become family. And now Tiki took over the gym. And like, man, Tiki like brothers. And Razor Rob, McCullough, Rico Rodriguez, Tito Ortiz. That's how all us become like, we all like brothers now. And so I wanted that same feel when I opened up my gym. And then
no, I get it. That's like what we aim to do as well. It's a family focused gym. My gym, we don't even focus on pros. I'm like, if you want to be a pro, go to the one in Huntington. That's where their focus is. We focus like on kids and just the average person who wants to train.
What's the phone number to your gym in case one of my how in the fuck you don't know your own phone number,
bro? The gym number,
website,
What's the
Instagram.
website?
Just Kings Anaheim.
Oh, Kings Anaheim.
KingsAnaheim.com.
Yeah. So listen, if you don't want to talk about this, I understand. But I was in the gym in Huntington Beach that Equinox.
Okay.
And I bumped into your mestre.
Yeah.
And how you say that, Cordero? And I didn't know him and Vanderlei wasn't cool. And I was just talking to him like, yeah, I talked to Vanderlei. We trying to get him on the podcast. Because I hit Vanderlei up on Instagram. He kind of kept it short with me because, me and Vanderlei, we ain't that really cool. But Barrett fucking asked me to hit Vanderlei up. I'm like, why? Out of all people, why you want me to hit up Vanderlei? Because we've never been cool. Okay. And so I'm talking to Cordero about Vanderlei and stuff like that.
They're not cool?
That's what I heard around campfire. He was being nice. He was like, yeah, Vanderlei, this, that. And then I found out from, I ain't gonna say his name, but somebody really close to us that's Brazilian and know everything. He said, they don't fuck with each other. Quit talking to him about Vanderlei.
See, I didn't know that either then because I saw Vanderlei at the fights. What was it, 298?
Yeah.
And said hello and, obviously.
Was Cordero with him?
No. His wife was with him because he was getting awarded. So I didn't know. We've like recorded the whole thing. We send it to the group chat.
Was Cordero in the group chat?
Yeah, of course. It's the.
What did Cordero? Did he say congrats?
Yeah, of course. Like
I thought they was like brothers because they both got matching tattoos on the back of their head.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's news to me.
God damn, that's an ugly picture. Put that away.
That's your old gym.
I know the man with a shirt, but yeah, we did the shirt together.
That was his
Let me
gym.
see this.
He had like massive gym mat. The gym mat.
It was big.
It was huge.
Yeah. I didn't want that damn gym. My friend who started me to fighting, he wanted the damn gym. And I said, okay, I pay for the gym. I do all that shit, but don't put my name on it. He wanted to put my name on it. It was right after I got in that damn accident in that truck. I said, bro, don't do that. Yeah. And he still did it. Then the motherfucker ran off to Thailand with one of the members.
Oh.
And took my, I'm like, what the fuck? Then I had
that was the downfall of the gym right there.
Yeah, because I didn't know how to run no damn gym. But I tried. I kept it open for like a year. It cost me $10,000.
It's called Rampage Family Fitness.
Yeah.
It was a good gym.
No cap.
It was off the side of the freeway. It was a nice gym. He cared about the people.
Yeah.
One quick story. We launched the little merch collaboration. It was 2012, I think, 13. And I made a logo, and the logo looked like the Jordan logo. And we got a cease and desist. Rampage is like, no, that's a sick shirt. Let's run that. I was like, yeah, you're right. We ran it. And then like a week later, I got that email. Remember that, Vinny? And they emailed me. They're like, yo, bro, you can't run this. That's like our logo because we just put the Jordan logo on Rampage's t-shirt. Do you remember that?
No, it's a gym. It's a family-oriented gym.
I was like, it's a gym. We're good. They're like, no, that's not going to work for us.
Yeah, Rampage, the girl clothing line sent me a desist letter once.
Yeah, he used to pull up to the front of his gym in his Lambo.
What kind of OnlyFans girl clothing line is that?
That's before OnlyFans, buddy.
Rampage.
So I'll say this about gyms.
He was very nice.
It's not easy to make a gym work. What we did that I think really helped was we started really small. And I got a couple of core guys who like teaching. And I said, listen, you guys take care of this. I'm going to just keep fighting, right? So they're like, yeah, cool. And that's really how we pulled it off. And now we're able to expand.
You know what one of my main problems was at the gym with the guys that teach there? Trying to smash the female members.
Yeah.
I hated that. That's a big problem. I hate that, man.
So all our coaches are currently married, but before that, we had like a rule, like, hey guys, if you want to keep making money here, please don't do that. Yeah. So I totally get it.
Yeah, that was the problem at my gym.
Yeah.
I like that.
What is the relationship with Kings and Mike Tyson and everything? I'm seeing a lot of content with him training out of the HB location, right?
Yeah, I think it's been a minute, but him and Master Rafael are really close. He likes the way Cordero holds mitts, and so kind of they just bonded over that.
Have you ever sparred with Mike Tyson?
I wish, man. I like scary, but at the same time, I wish.
It's a bucket list.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You get it.
Yeah, I've seen Cordero hold pass with Mike Tyson on TikTok.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. He look like he's scared holding those pass.
So
you just see fear in his face.
He told me, he's held pads for a lot of people, and he just said the way that guy hits is just different. his hand, the size of his hands. And I remember shaking his hands. I was like, this is wild. Because you got big hands. You don't have small hands. But like, I'm telling you, man, his hands are thicker and they're just big. And I was like, okay, I think I understand why this guy is.
Mike Tyson is actually, he is kind of shaped kind of like funny. He is like a different.
He's a little bit taller than me.
Well, time out. Come on, man.
You guys,
everything I say
straight to the gutter.
Yeah,
straight to the gutter.
I say to turn.
No, I didn't say a single word.
No. Okay,
You gotta be different. I mean, he's a small guy in a heavyweight division. He's had to pack a lot.
He's a small guy, but he's big. But he's small, but he got big ass feet. Right? And
I knew it.
What?
He's just
big ass hands too.
He got big ass feet.
But the big feet help with balance.
Yeah.
So the way he moves and jumps side to side, because typically big guys can't do that. So the big feet probably help with that.
And Customato invented that system and kind of helped him adopt that system to adapt to his style, right? He was able to have that peekaboo style because he was able to move from left to right. No, most people can't even do that, even if they learn it.
I want to train with Customato.
He passed away.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's been able to do it like Tyson since, though. Yeah, but he did pass away.
He passed away. But I still
Teddy
want.
Atlas.
I still want.
Shannon Briggs.
I want to train with. I want to train with Customato.
I think Bear could probably afford a hologram of Customato.
Bear could do that.
The guy you're fighting, Shannon Briggs, trained with Teddy Atlas. Teddy Atlas also trained with Customato. Shannon Briggs also adopted a little bit of that peekaboo style because he also comes in and out of his jabs. He comes in and out of his
Shannon Briggs suck. Tyson is the real deal.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy's about to fight Shannon Briggs in Qatar. What do you think about that?
Well, first of all, I love it. I think that'll be a fun fight. I mean, Shannon's not a guy who moves around a lot. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't compare him to Mike Tyson.
Yeah,
No, I
was
didn't
like-
compare him.
You just compared Shannon Briggs to Mike Tyson. We witnessed it.
No.
Yeah,
We're gonna go back and replay
That being
this.
said,
Okay.
I'm saying the
what's
way
the
he
deal?
was
Who's
taught-
training Shannon?
Yeah, no one.
No one. You know what? People can't stand him.
Oh, okay.
I saw him on his. I follow him on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
You know, and he talking about he's training and stuff. You never see nobody else but him. I saw him walk into a gym with a bag, pulling a little luggage, and he goes into a racquetball court. And he's bouncing around by himself. Like, where your coach at? Champ, where your coach? People can't stand him because he won't shut up with, let's go, champ.
Yeah.
You know,
Well-
could you imagine training with that guy?
Man, I don't like to speak bad about fighters, but similar things I think happened with Tony. Tony for a while, like he was on fire, and then I think he just kind of thought he could do it all by himself.
Ferguson?
Yeah, and so a lot of the coaches he just pushed away, and then things go bad, and then he tries to go back to the coaches, and then they're like, some of them said yes, and some of them said no, kind of deal.
I've seen Tito Ortiz do that. Like I learned a lot from Tito. I'm gonna keep it 100, keep it a buck. I love Tito like a brother. He's a little bit older than me, like an older brother. I learned a lot of things from. I learned what to do and what not to do from Tito. Just because that's the way I learned. I learned by watching, and I saw him basically become more or less his own coach. And that's when I saw his career go down a little bit. But he was still doing. He's still a hard trainer. He still trains hard and everything. Before Michael Bisping, Tito Ortiz was the hardest training fighter I ever seen for in my life. But when he started, training himself and he started telling the coaches what to do, that's when I learned, like, no, I would never be that guy.
That's typically when. Well, some guys can actually pull that off. Some guys will be like, I need you to do this for me, and I need you to do this for me, and it works out. But typically, you got to be pretty calculated to pull that off. And then even then, you still need coaches, but you just need you need to make sure you're putting boundaries on those coaches of what you're doing. But if you just start coaching yourself,
I could never do that. I don't know what my problem is, but I have zero discipline. Like, I'm supposed to wake up this morning and do my 100 push-ups, but I talk myself out of it because he moved up the first podcast. And that's any excuse for me to talk myself out of it. I will. So I got to go back later and do
I called you yesterday at 8 p.m. to tell you Ben Askren came in early.
I have the opposite issue. My issue is Master Rafael was sick this morning. He texted me, I'm sick. I'm not going to be able to come in. So I got up. I started doing like this exercise and then that exercise and that exercise. And then it's like, well, why don't I do some cardio and then blah, blah, blah. And then take the kids out for a bike ride. It's better if I have a system, because if I don't have a system, I'll tear myself apart. And I've done that a few times.
Yeah. When is your next fight?
I'm hoping I can start sparring sometime in May. And with that being said, so hopefully like later end of summer.
How much you weighing?
Right now, like 185, 190.
God damn, you big. Well, come on here and spar me. I'll spar some boxing with you.
Listen, if you want a hug, I will hug you.
No, fuck that.
Hey,
Why
last podcast was all about hugs.
Yeah. Well,
You're
with
really
my son.
inspiring hugs today.
No. With my,
you are.
Hey,
Bring the hugs out.
The only man that I don't mind hugging is my sons.
Yeah.
Now I got 3 grown sons. All my sons grown now. My youngest son is 18 years old.
Yeah.
And
well, pretend I'm like your son.
No,
or opposite. You can
well,
be my son.
You look older. I ain't calling no man daddy. I don't even call my own dad. I don't call no man
You
daddy.
can call me father.
No, fuck. You're not supposed to call nobody father, but heavenly father.
That's true.
A lot of people don't know that, huh?
Yeah, that's true.
That's good. You know that.
That's Matthew.
One thing as we go to wrap this up. I did want to wonder. Do you think that Volk coming back too quick to fight Ilya
100%.
after his knockout?
100%.
Really? Break it down for me.
What happens is your brain goes into protective mode, and when it's in protection mode, the best thing it could do is to shut off. That's how it protects you. So your chin goes down dramatically. Its ability to recover, all that stuff. So sometimes you get hit and you're dizzy and you recover. Your brain's like working hard to get you to recover. Once it's already damaged, it doesn't focus on that recovery stage. It just shuts off, thinking it needs to protect itself. So there's a bunch of science behind it, but I definitely think he came back too quick because
creates a hesitation in your brain too, and you just can't react and do what you need to do.
The punch was good, don't get me wrong, but I've seen Volk get hit by a bunch of stuff. I've seen him get kicked in the head, and he worked through it, and he was rocked. I think once or twice with Holloway in the second fight, but he worked through it. And this, there was never even an opportunity to work through it. And I want to say that was the only time he got hit. That overhand was really the only time I saw him get hit.
Can I ask you two a question? Have you guys ever done this in training before with the stick, and you spin around and get yourself dizzy, then you hit pass or you move around with somebody? You guys ever did that training?
Did that in like T-ball when I was a kid.
Okay. So me, I've been knocked out a few times, like what 2 or 3 times. I can't remember, but
Same, unfortunately.
yeah, it comes with the sport. But I've noticed that helped me out really well because sometimes I've been rocked in fights.
But that's being rocked.
Wait, someone employed this within your training camp?
We used to do it with Colin Oyama. No, I didn't come up with it. We used to do it with Colin Oyama. We used to put like a broomstick. I can't remember, like a little stick, and you hold it and you spin around, and you get yourself dizzy, and then you hit pads because your equilibrium is off a little bit.
See how fast your equilibrium
and you get recovered.
turns around.
The idea behind it is good because even if scientifically you can't prove it, it just helps you. Hey, I've been here before. I know what to do.
See, that's what people don't understand. See, fighting is, in my opinion, is 95% mental. And it could be more or less, but in my opinion, fighting is mental. And like when we get knocked out, sometimes, right? People say your chin go. I don't really think your chin go. I think your mind go. I think you can train your mind to come back and look at those guys in K1.
Yeah, great example. But at the same time, when they do get knocked out, they take longer periods. And they don't spar a lot of these guys much. They don't do much sparring. So I just think Volk should have taken longer. But
and he's tense too. I mean, like when you're confident, you're relaxed, you can take better shots. When you get knocked out, you come in tense, which makes you more vulnerable.
No disrespect to Volk, but I think that he's shorter than a lot of his opponents. And I feel like when you're shorter than your opponents, you should be closer to them. That's my opinion.
These two guys were close in height.
To me, it looked like my eyes are bad, but it looked like Volk was a shorter guy in there.
Maybe by an inch. So
an inch is an inch. I mean, that's what she said.
I mean, you both did say that during the fight at UFC 298. You guys both did say, man, he looks timid. He doesn't look like himself. You were saying that before they even started exchanging.
I agree with that. And then obviously Topuria is a power puncher. So, and at the same time, I was thinking to myself, why doesn't Volk clinch up? Because
never did once.
He's good at clinching. I mean, even with Makhachev, he was at least able to stay in the clinch, and he tried it. I thought to myself,
he out wrestled Makhachev. Like, I mean, he took him down, and that's like I believe you got a takedown.
I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I think he held him against the cage way longer than I expected. Like he was able to like push him around, and I was like, oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying. I trained with Islam a lot.
Yeah, and I thought
trained with Islam.
Yeah, I thought that was impressive.
I'm not surprised that you trained. Have you trained with him?
Islam came. He came to train with us.
AKA
Habib and Islam came training with us. That's where we grew.
Have you trained?
One of the best gyms in the world, I would say.
Have you trained with
champions?
Kings? Have you trained with the guys at Kings and Shoot Spot?
No, I don't go there.
Have you trained with Chris Cyborg?
I fought a lot of the guys from shootbox.
But you never trained with the shoot box.
No, I don't.
One thing I wanted to touch upon before we wrap up, I know Rampage has got to get to training camp right now, is that when you were fighting Tony, did you hear his knee pop?
It popped like, it was like,
Stop.
like it popped. Yeah, it popped bad, man. It popped to a point where I'm like, I stopped because I was, in jiu-jitsu, when you hear a pop, you stop. So I stopped, and then I went to readjust it, and I was just like, just go on top. I just went on top. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the same grip back, and I don't know if this guy's going to tap. I just went on top, and I just kind of controlled him. It was a weird fight, man, because I don't know if this is from just damage from over the years, but he has like a glitch when he's striking, and he like kept glitching, and it was throwing me off.
What do you mean glitch?
He like pauses in the middle of stuff and then goes. I don't know if it's in hesitation or whatever it is. It was felt so off. I was like, man, I'm just gonna grapple, see how that goes.
Like in the middle of the fight, you're telling yourself this?
Yeah, he would like glitch, and then
maybe it's a feint.
Maybe. Honestly, I don't know. But as soon as I grabbed him, I was like, okay.
Y'all can't talk bad about my boy now.
No, they're not saying anything bad.
No, I'm telling you right now.
But no one's
telling
saying
y'all.
anything bad.
Listen. I'm telling y'all right now. Y'all better not say nothing bad about my boy.
Tony's my guy.
One of the greatest lightweights of all time.
Okay, all right.
Amen. So is Volk. But we're just dissecting.
I'm just telling y'all right now. Me and Tony, we cool. We be in each other DMs.
I know that you want to hug. Here, I'm gonna.
No, I don't.
He just doesn't want to go training, so he wants to keep going.
What it is. Yeah.
I love training now. I love boxing.
Wait.
Yeah, boxing's nice.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
easy
like
on the
MMA
knees.
training,
Yeah, you don't have to grapple, no hugging.
Yeah.
I'm an expert hugger. I got to.
What's going on with the hugs?
What's up with the hug?
Hey,
yeah.
Rampage brings out hugs.
I think you guys need a hug after.
Yeah,
fuck all that.
Yeah, you guys should do a hug. You guys should do a hug on camera.
We'll let you be daddy for this one.
Whitaker came in for 298, and I got to train with him. What is going on here?
So Rampage in the podcast before this was interviewing a boxer.
Okay.
And let me break this down because these two.
You offered to hug him or he offered to hug you?
Rampage.
Neither.
Okay.
When these two are together, it's like the movie Step Brothers.
Oh, okay.
It's like these two this is what happens.
Just tell me which one's which.
I'm the cool one.
He's for sure Will Ferrell.
Okay.
Because he sings. And Luke plays the drums. So that makes sense.
Okay.
And Rampage loves putting his ball sacks on things.
No.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I
told
like?
me you put your ball sack on Chet Congo's face.
No, never.
put it
on his pillow.
See?
It's different.
See what I'm saying?
Sweaty ball
I'm
sack
not
after
kidding
training.
you. I'm not. See, there's always a kernel of truth.
You see, the thing about me,
Did he get pink eye?
He got pink face.
No.
You know, I love pudding.
What?
I love pudding.
Pudding.
I love putting my dick where it don't belong.
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what Chet Congo
Is
did
that
then?
a gay thing? Or?
What is wrong with y'all? No! 2024 is so sus. Hey, listen, guys. Listen, real talk. Y'all quit being sus, man.
No, the thing that I do want to say is that your two energy, and I'm going to take a little credit for this. When I brought both of you in the gym, you guys knew each other, but you had heard that he was talking crap about you in the Bay, and you didn't really like him. And I said, but we need
No. I never had a problem with Luke.
Let me finish. I said, Luke actually spars. You don't like to train. And when people come here and they challenge me, like Achilles, I can't send out myself as the warrior. I suck. I got to send out our Achilles. So when they come, I send out Luke. Luke goes and spars.
Oh, wait, okay, let's slow down a little bit. But Rampage did call me. I said, "You gonna get in the ring?" The first day we walked in here, I was like, "Yeah."
He tried to knock me out.
But their energy was off, and I said, "You know how we're gonna solve this?" I gave
a hug. I think we had a hug.
No, we didn't have a hug.
No, we didn't hug. You know how we solved this? I gave them all access VIP to a karaoke bar.
Oh, that'll do
After UFC 298, I said, "You guys are gonna go party together. You guys are gonna become best friends." Literally, they showed up the next day. They were hugging and hanging out in the alleyway. It was like, wow, now we have best friends. Now we have a team.
Rampage kept trying to step on my foot.
I get that.
He's like,
hey, that
he kept
is true.
stepping on my foot. I was like, hey, dog.
The guest is talking.
How are you gonna put two grown men and be like, "Hey, let's go at it," and expect them to be like nice about it? If sparring, I don't understand when people are like, "Oh, let's do light sparring."
We know you don't understand light sparring with training with Kings MMA.
You're training like Fabricio Verdum. The dude's 6'7", dude. Like, we get it.
I don't know. Personally, I think when you try to do light sparring,
it sucks. I hate light sparring, but I don't be trying to knock out my sparring part unless they hit me hard.
So
first.
that's the problem.
Like
you say, all right, we're doing light
Step on my
sparring.
foot.
One guy's like, okay, he's trying and he's touching. And the thing is, when you do light sparring, someone is always better. So a better guy starts to take over. The other guy's like, oh yeah, picks it up, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna pick it up, and then so
100%
so
facts,
if Luke picked it up, that means Rampages.
Better.
Yes,
Oh
yes,
man.
yes.
No, I would.
No, Rampage is just stepping on my foot. No,
Oh,
like,
okay.
hey,
He's
dog.
a southpaw. I'm gonna keep it.
Dirty
I'm gonna keep it a
southpaws.
buck. Right now, I'm very rusty, so I would say his stand-up is better than mine right now. But in a couple of months, my stand-up will be better than his again.
He kept trying
I'm
to
not
slow
putting
me
this
down.
on camera, but that's two best friends. That's Luke after training, holding the bag for Rampage.
Oh, there it
and
is.
it's just on a Saturday. It's like, you can't make this up, right?
Cap.
This is right after they went drinking at the karaoke.
We were singing karaoke with ugly Asian bitches.
What?
They was ugly. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
They was
Man,
hideous.
Rampage. I already got LA set up. LA
Yeah, Sunday morning.
Yeah, we follow
We're
you.
doing that right.
Yeah.
What happened?
You coming to Koreatown?
Hell, I ain't partying with you two.
What?
Sunday morning.
Come on, man.
Man,
do you
it's a
mean?
treat. Partnering with us is a treat. He get all the bitches.
Last time I partied with you, I had to get us out of jail.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
Yeah.
that's right.
True story.
What about me?
yeah. Oh, I don't even want to hear about you.
I'll stay
Last
home.
time I partied with him, he
You
left,
married. You
Hey,
can't.
I'm
Beneil,
married.
He left
Devout
me
Christian.
$12,000
Not gonna
bill
work
at
for me.
Mastro's. $12,000 bill at Mastro's.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
At Mastro?
I
Yes.
still had to eat in your pantry.
Yeah, and then he said, I need to use your house. I went to my girl's house. He went to my pantry, and he used my pantry as a room, and he took my kitchen chairs, and he put them in the pantry and created a bed. I said,
What kind of
"Yo,
house?
you need
What kind of house he got? He
What
can have
kind
a
of pantry is that big that
what
you
kind
can
of-
make a bed
The
out
dude
of?
had Cheez-Its all over the floor. I go, what kind
Yeah.
of sick animal does work with a beautiful woman and then has Cheez-Its all over the floor?
Did you smash in his pantry as well?
She liked Cheez-Its. I don't know.
You're on a different. Yeah, I see it. I can't deal with this. But anyway, you see what I got to do it?
What does Cheez-It stand for? Is this some kind of metaphor or what?
No, it's a snack.
euphemism?
Beneil.
Oh, okay,
They
okay.
don't let you eat
Was
snacks
you
at Kings.
was you eating cheeses off her butt?
Hey, the pantry is a creative space. You know?
Hey, you know, you go to Japan to eat sushi out the girl. I picture him laying the chick down eating cheeses off her.
Oh, my God.
I've been to Japan
Red
once, by the way, and you were there. And I wanted to come say hi to you, but you fought Fedor, and you
Oh,
weren't
yeah.
super happy.
No, I
so
wasn't.
I just left you
Oh,
alone.
thank you for leaving me on that time. That was the most embarrassing fight I ever had.
Pretty dangerous even bringing that up right now.
I know. What the fuck wrong with you?
I was just getting, you know,
You want to
like
bring the Vanderlei fight?
Yeah, bro, you brought up Vanderlei, you brought up Fedor.
I didn't bring up the Vanderlei fight. I just said I sparred with Vanderlei. That's all I said. You,
Interesting
plus,
name.
didn't you get Vanderlei back the last?
Yeah, I got
so-
it back last 2 times. I'm trying to box him now.
Yeah,
trying to get him on the podcast.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
rubber match. The
I
rubber
was,
match of
yeah,
the-
yeah. I was trying to come and
You should
say,
have came and said hello though. I wasn't
He's
in
a
bad
nice guy.
spirits.
yeah, I know, but it's
Yeah, I know.
anyways.
Yeah, it's like that. Like say for instance, if I see a fighter, he just got knocked out, I'm gonna be kind of like
Yeah.
weird to come to him
Just
too.
leave it be. But I'm obviously big fan. So that
Thank
was
you, brother.
when you mentioned Japan. That was my only.
How did
one
you
of-
like it though?
Bro, it's cool.
Yeah.
Japan is so different.
I could live there, man.
I don't think so, man.
I could, bro.
The issue I had with it is like they're kind of not big on strong men. It just feels like they're not big on strong
Who?
men.
Who was that?
Wait, I don't even relate to
No,
Wait,
who-
Rampage
who-
wants to live there, though.
But who not?
What's
big on-
Overall, in the culture, like they're not even making babies anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
so-
why I want to live there.
I mean,
mean,
yeah,
that's-
like
I go make so many babies. I
that-
repopulate
that's-
the whole motherfucking country.
You probably could. It's definitely possible, but that's what I'm saying. It just culturally, it's happening here too. But like, I'm already stuck here, so I'd rather just fight it here than go over there and fight it.
Yeah,
I was
no,
gonna
I
say
could-
that's
I
pretty
could-
universal. It's
Yeah.
not just Japan.
Listen, our money is strong there right now, right? Like 30% stronger. And
Really?
back when I was fighting there, it was like always neck and neck.
Yeah.
So now it's 30% stronger, and there's a lot of abandoned houses and stuff like that. So I've been thinking about maybe going there, maybe get me a condo like inside Tokyo, and then find me one of those houses outside of Tokyo and fixing it up. And just go there for certain times a year, like in the summer months and stuff like that, and make a bunch of babies.
I mean, that part I'm sure for you would be great. But if I get an opportunity to go to Japan, I'll always take it. It's so different.
Yeah.
It's so different, and
Very clean.
everything.
Very safe.
Yeah, very safe, very clean.
Did you might not know this, but it's like 7 women to 1 guy there.
That bad?
That bad. It's like a lot of
Jeez.
women.
So you love it.
I love it, man. I go there. They listen. You go there and they know. You see a girl that's so gullible. You can tell them everything. I'm sorry if you watching this and you Japanese girls that I be talking to, but I just gotta keep it real on the cast. They believe everything you say.
What do you tell them?
Whatever they want to hear.
What do you say?
I keep it real.
Rampage.
Where do you go to Roppongi? Where do you
Yeah,
go to
Roppongi.
Right, he's at a-
How many days
What's
a
that
week
mean?
you in Roppongi?
I really love Roppongi.
I don't know what a
I know that-
Roppongi
I
is.
noticed-
It's a city where all the
Okay.
bars and
I noticed like there's different like
Districts.
different districts, and like you go to certain districts, like the Japanese girls won't even look at you. You know,
that's-
but then in
yeah.
Roppongi, it's
The
like
Roppongi is
one
different.
place where it's just like everything is just like it's all you.
Roppongi is where they used to Gaijin with foreigners.
Oh,
but you
okay.
go to other cities and stuff, they're not used to foreigners. So yeah,
Right.
they won't. But guess what though? They will look at you, but they won't let you catch them. They be like this. They look, and, you know, you can't tell that they're looking at you.
Oh wow.
Because they like side eye you and they don't want you to see.
And then what do you
Yeah.
do?
Yeah,
I'd be looking back. But
How?
Japanese girls, they're hard to pick up and
they're very
when you walking down the street.
sly.
But you go inside you don't need to know this, but you go inside a bar or something like that, they're easy to talk to. Even if they don't speak English, you're easy to talk to. They wanna speak to an English.
So if a girl
person.
doesn't speak English and they're easy to talk to, how do you
I
talk?
speak a little Japanese. I
Like how?
I walk up straight up to them like, hey, sumimasen, kokujin ski desu ka?
What's that mean?
Like, excuse me, do you like black guys?
Does that really mean that?
That's the first thing you learned.
That's
Huh?
the first thing I learned when I went to Japan. Besides, thank you.
If my wife knew it was a 7-1, she'd never let me go. Because I went
Yeah.
to corner John Tuck, and if she knew it was a 7-1 ratio, she would have been like,
But you don't strike me as a
I
guy
don't
that would.
get-
Nah,
talk
you're a
and
good
talk.
dude.
Yeah.
listen, women are crazy.
Wait.
It
Nah,
doesn't
you're a
matter.
good dude.
You could be a saint, and your wife's not gonna care.
Yeah.
It's just
Except
the
for
way
my
it
wife.
is.
When I was married, my wife knew that I was straight up loyal. I didn't even look at other women. Real talk. I wouldn't even look at other women because when I'm on a diet, I don't look at cake. True story. I don't look at cake. If I was on a diet,
You like a pudding?
I like pudding.
I'm not gonna do it. All right, listen. As we wrap this up, Beneil, I want to say thank you for making an emergency exclusive podcast visit to the Jackson House here in Newport Beach.
Yeah,
so I
my
thank you,
pleasure.
bro. And we're trying to, like I say, every podcast we just hit 100,000 subs. So we're just trying to build this show and give back to the MMA community. Last thing before I let you leave, is there someone you want to fight next?
Man, hopefully someone ahead of me. That is ideal for me. I know you said for the
No warm up.
Give me a name.
No
warm-up
warm-up
fights,
fights,
but
Give me a name.
man, Dustin Poirier, that was like the fight I wanted, but it never happened. That would be cool.
That's a good fight.
Hey, before your fight,
like that.
hire Luke to come there and do a sparring match with you. No shin guards, you know, the real deal.
We can hug.
Why do you want to
Let
volunteer?
me
Why do you
argue,
volunteer
all
here
right.
for
You a
sparring?
fighter.
because I know he knows how to
I want to show
grapple.
you what it's like. Come on.
Yeah, he's a
Oh,
good
okay.
grappler.
Hello.
It would be fun to grapple
No,
with
no,
him.
no.
I'm not trying to strike with guys
Look
this
at
big.
this. That's friendship. That's friendship.
Rampage. Hey, bring it in.
There you go.
it.
There you
It's a
go.
side hug.
Hey,
Yeah,
listen.
that's fine. Yeah.
We're gonna let Beneil leave. I'm Bear DeGidio, Rampage Jackson, Luke Rockhold, aka Luke Wood. We're here at the Jackson House, and we want to say thank you for coming
thank
by. Congratulations on such an amazing career. We know you have many more fights to go. You're always welcome here, and we're excited to have you back after your next fight.
Thank you, boys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you for coming,
We
brother.
out. Hey guys, don't forget to leave a comment. Let us know who you guys want to see next on the podcast.
Yeah, whoever you want to see, blow up their Instagram. Tell them they need to come here and sit
And
down
ask
with us.
Rampage to take off this hat for the next episode.
No more cap.
I like the
Well,
hat.
I like my cat.
I like the hat.
Thank you,
I think
brother.
it looks good on
you.
you,
My
but
new friend.
sometimes it-
You my new friend. Come here and hang out with us
exaggerates your
sometimes.
looks.
We'll move around with the boxing gloves.
Yeah,
You want a
sounds
hug?
good.
No, fuck off.